Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of Crash Course. I'm your host, Dan, and on today's episode, we're going to be going over how to wire up our THOR soundbar line. We get a lot of questions on how to wire these up in our technical support team, so we just want to take a few minutes to explain exactly how you're going to wire those up on your cart. We carry two different versions of the THOR soundbar. There's a 6-speaker version, which I have right here, and there's also a 10-speaker version, which is a little bit longer. They both wire up exactly the same, and the differences in the part numbers are the 6-speaker version is a RAD-506, and the 10-speaker version is an RAD-510. Let's open it up and see what it looks like. When you open up your soundbar, you're going to find your soundbar itself. You're also going to have your necessary mounting hardware, as well as a quick start guide and some decals. Now, this is a universal product, so you can mount this pretty much wherever you want. The kit includes several different mounting options. For the 10-speaker version, we tend to mount it up at the top, like where you would mount a mirror for your golf cart. But again, these can mount anywhere. We've mounted them behind seats before. We've mounted them directly under the windshield. You can mount them pretty much wherever you want. You just got to make it work for your application. So looking at the THOR soundbar itself, we have a couple different harnesses attached to the soundbar itself. On the one side, we have a 3.5 millimeter or a headphone jack, and we also have an RCA audio output. The headphone jack is an audio input, and the RCAs are an output. So if you wanted to run a subwoofer in conjunction with this, you would use the red and the white connector to hook up your subwoofer. Then on the other side, we have all of our power connections. Let me unwrap this here real quick. We have a black wire, a blue wire, an orange wire, and a red wire. Now the red wire is going to go to your 12-volt power source, and then the black wire is going to go to your ground. Now, the blue is a remote control, so this would also go to a subwoofer if you had that, and that would power on your subwoofer. And then the orange wire is the ignition wire, so this would hook up to your key switch if you were going to power the THOR soundbar on anytime you turned your cart on. Something to keep note of is you only want to put 12 volts through these soundbars. These soundbars are extremely sensitive to the voltage that goes through them, so if you put any more than 12 volts through them, you're going to blow the fuses internally and you're not going to be able to use your soundbar anymore. So the three wires that we're going to be working with today are the black wire, the orange wire, and the red wire. I'm going to pull my 12-volt battery up here onto the bench and show you how we're going to hook that up. So for the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to hook up my ground wire first, just to keep everything isolated a little bit. And then I'm also going to take my red connection that's going to go to my battery and hook it up to the red wire here, and also the orange wire. So this is going to simulate the key ignition. Now, if you don't want to hook this up to a key ignition, you can just wire this in with the red, and anytime that you press the power button on the THOR soundbar, it'll turn on. So our power connections are made at the soundbar side. All right, and now we're going to connect to our battery. Now, when I press the power button, the THOR soundbar should turn on. And when it turns on, you'll notice the LEDs light up at the top. Now, something to keep in mind is that these soundbars are also Bluetooth compatible, so that you can connect to them through Bluetooth wirelessly and play your music, so I'm going to do that right now. Now, in order to connect to this through Bluetooth, you're going to use the same method that you would for any other Bluetooth device. It's going to pop up under your Bluetooth devices as the name THOR, and to make sure that it's in pairing mode, you want to make sure that this little blue light is blinking. Once you've verified that, you can go ahead and connect to it through your Bluetooth. And once you've done that, that blue light will turn solid. Now we can go ahead and play any music that we want. And again, I just want to note that you don't want to hook any more than 12 volts up through this, or you will blow the unit. Now we've taken a look at how to connect the THOR soundbar and also connecting to it with your phone for Bluetooth. That'll complete today's edition of Crash Course. Thanks for watching this episode of Rock's Garage, and I'll see you next time.